good day, good evening. With me, I'm with the champ. Welcome to the Motivational Drive Show. But I'll tell you more as we go. Welcome to the Motivational Drive Show, where we bring you great businesswomen, businessmen that are making a huge impact within their community, within their space. With me today, I'm with a very great gentleman. I don't believe in coincidence, so I'll just say it's the grace of God. I was actually passing by the SABC, and then I saw a car which is branded Lehumo, and I was like, in my mind, no man, there's only one Lehumo. It must be Lehumo Investments.
Yeah.
Because I follow you a lot on my social media platforms, and I've always meaning to, because I've got a lineup of people I want to interview.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, let me check which Lehumo is this.
Yeah.
And to my surprise, when I got in, he was one of the few gentlemen on the panel. It's Mr. Maudi Lentsoane. Now I always thought Lehumo is your name actually, because I first knew
That's
about
what most people think.
yeah, I first knew about you. I think it was about 4 years ago. I was attending an event called Bolivia Lodge. That was the first time I learned about you, and then started following your work.
Yeah.
And then I've always been up to date with what you do as Lehumo Capital.
Yeah, look, I think it's very important, and especially when I always say to people, creating a brand, brand equity is very important. Firstly, you need to make sure that you create a brand that people will easily understand, and that it will actually have a meaning, and it will make sense to a lot of people. So for me, when I created the brand Lehumo, it's exactly what we do. We create wealth for South Africans. We create wealth for ourselves, and that's what the brand is about. And I think if you look at my social medias, your Instagram, it's Maudi_Lehumo, because that's very important to also make sure that the brand is constantly there, and people can actually identify it from a distance. Which is why when you saw Lehumo, it became, an obvious guess to say it's probably Mr. Lentsoane who's in the area. So that's very important. I think number one, you don't call them these big organizations, the likes of Bitverse, the likes of Nike. They're who they are because they've created brands.
That's true. Now, welcome to the show, Maudi. Now, I just want to start with someone watching this says, okay, we see you with Mr. Lentsoane.
Yes.
Who is Mr. Lentsoane? What does he do? One of the things that I didn't know is you from Sranamusi Kukun.
Yeah. Look, I'm a village boy.
Yes.
That's one thing, and I think I always say to people, hardship, difficult times, upbringing can either make you, or it can break you.
Yes.
A lot of people choose it breaks them, and really it shouldn't break them, because the difficult times that you go through, if you understand, they don't define who you are, they don't define your destination. It's how you respond to those difficult times which really determines whether they will make you or they will break you. So I come from the villages. The villages taught me a lot of things: resilience, perseverance. You know, that you probably find people that grew up in suburban areas are struggling when they face a smaller challenge. It's a big challenge to them because they're not used to tough times. So for me, coming from those villages really made me who I am.
Yes.
And that's why I think we progress so much if we're coming from difficult times, because we've got no time to play. We're not privileged.
Yeah.
We don't know what privilege is about.
You're always working.
You're always working.
Even on weekends. I watch you
weekends.
and you're always working.
That's it.
Now here's someone watching this show saying, look, I come from disadvantaged backgrounds.
That's it.
And growing up,
You are blessed.
Why do you say they're blessed?
You are blessed because coming from a disadvantaged area,
Yes.
you must know that you are coming from a disadvantaged area. The
Yes.
problem is people that come from disadvantaged areas, they don't know what is then required of them. If you're coming from a difficult area, that means you must work 10 times harder than the person who comes from a privileged area. So if you come from a poor school, you must work 10 times, you must be in the library 10 times more than the person who comes from a good school.
There's a book I love so much. You must read it. 10x by Grant Cardone.
That's it.
10x your efforts. Have you read that book?
That's it. I've read that once, and I think I've probably read it twice.
Wow, I
It
love
speaks
that.
exactly the same thing.
Yes, that's a very great book.
Absolutely.
Now, in terms of accumulating wealth, right? Someone might say, you know what? For me, I'm just fine from where I am. Money. Most of the people they grew up thinking money is evil. They misunderstand the verse which says the love of money.
Yeah.
So, what would you have to say to someone that says, look, I'm fine where I am, all those things, I'm fine?
I think the lack of money is the root of all evils.
Yes.
We need money. You need money to take kids to school. You need money for food. You need money. To grow things. This building was not built without money.
Yes.
So we do need to, and God created all of us to have money, to have riches, to have abundance. The God that we serve is the God of abundance. It says in the Bible, it's very clear. It's the God that we serve is a God of abundance.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with making sure that we accumulate wealth in the right way. The right way, and create as much of it as we can, because with that wealth we can then be able to assist others, we can then be able to make things happen, we can then be able to contribute to the communities where we come from, whereas without money we wouldn't be able to do that.
That's true. I love Deuteronomy 8:18.
That's it.
You can drive on. You can drive on. Deuteronomy 8:18, which says, remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that gives you the power to get wealth. Now, as Lehumo Capital, someone says, I want to accumulate wealth. Which aspects do you have? Properties? Which other aspects? I know you deal with forex trading. Which aspects do you have for people that have the money stashed somewhere? They want to divert it into different portfolios.
Yeah. I don't just deal with the forex trading. I deal with the stock market in general.
Oh, wow.
From the listing of a company at the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, if you've created a company, we're working on having Lehumo as a listed company at the Johannesburg Stock Exchange.
I'll definitely have shares there.
To trading, to buying and selling other companies, but also, of course, making sure that we have to. There's also an opportunity to trade forex, because forex you're basically participating in the economy. Yes. If you understand forex, you understand South Africa. If you understand the rand, you understand South African economy, because what drives the rand is the South African economy. Yes. So you are looking at it from a macro perspective, and then you are saying also as an exporter, because I don't only buy from South Africa alone, but I also buy from overseas as well. So it's very important for me to know which direction the rand is going to take. For me to be able to know whether I can do the sales today, or I must wait for to do the sales in overseas. In other words, should I go and buy goods in the US today, or should I wait for the rand to appreciate so that I can buy them next month? So that's what forex is about.
So do you have master classes where you teach people?
We do. I've got Lehumo Academy.
Okay.
I have an online course because
Wow.
it's obviously very difficult to be everywhere. But we also have classes at the JSE where we educate people on how to trade the Johannesburg Stock Exchange.
Which is one of the reasons why this show was established, to extract knowledge from you, because there's always knowledge from people that have grown a business from zero to a certain level.
Yeah.
We extract knowledge from you and then we share it at a free. I mean, Wi-Fi these days, it's almost everywhere.
That's it.
So, because it's only after certain information that was received that people are transformed.
That's it.
You know, so extract knowledge from people like you so that people that are at home somewhere might learn.
Yeah.
You know, so this show was established solemnly for that, and I want to thank you so much for allowing your time for us to share this show.
No, 100%.
So, in terms of someone that's there struggling to get funding, because most of our youth think to be in business you have to get funding. They say, "Look, I've been applying for funding, or I need funding to start my business." What do you have to say to them?
Yeah, look, funding is a problem. Remember, giving someone money, it's a risky thing. Meaning that money, that business can either fail or they can succeed. If they succeed, it's all good. But if they fail, then you've lost your money as the person that funded them. So which is why they will scrutinize you. They will want to check. They will want to know whether their money is safe. Firstly, the funder is interested in one thing only: is my money safe? So that's why it's difficult to get funding.
Yes.
Even the banks, they'll do credit checks, they'll do all sorts of checks.
Yes.
If you have been blacklisted, they wouldn't even give you. But a funder can still look at it, can look at funding it depending on how good your investment is. So all I'm saying is, if you're going to start looking for funding, make sure that your business case is solid.
Yes.
It's watertight, doesn't leak. And secondly, it helps if you've got something yourself that you are putting. It doesn't matter how small it is, but if you are putting something in it, if you've got a skin in the game, it helps, because it says this person, they also have something to lose.
Exactly, because most people want a businessman to come and invest.
They
have
but
not
they're
even
putting
invested
anything.
their time.
Their time,
Let alone their time.
nothing.
Things that are for free, even.
You understand?
Yeah. So it's important that as youth, we also have to do our part.
Your part.
We do 90% and the other gentlemen will come and do 10%.
Absolutely.
So do you have people that you mentor? I know you told me already, but I want you to say it. Do you have people that you mentor?
I do a lot of mentorship. We've created a very nice platform called Thriving.network.
Yeah.
Thriving.network.
So you're part of the investor, you're part of the owners of Thrive.
Yes.
Oh wow, that's great. I know the magazine, but I did not know that you're part of the owners. I just saw your feature.
Yeah, so we created that platform, and it's quite a fantastic platform where we are able to do mentorships online. So Thriving.network is a very nice online platform.
Do you need something to stop?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop here because it's closer to you.
Cool.
I don't want to drive too far because otherwise I'll be gone.
Okay.
So Thriving.network, you will find there's myself as a mentor there. There's many other mentors. If you're a mentee looking to connect with a mentor in any industry, it could be the financial industry, any agriculture sector, any manufacturing sector, any sector, you will find a mentor. And you will find those mentors. You can send them an email, you can send them a message, rather a direct message, and they'll be able to respond to your questions. So it's a Thriving.network. It's a network platform. It's an app. You can download it on your app store, on your Play Store. You'll be able to access as many entrepreneurs who've done it before your time, and you can learn from them about the mistakes that they've made, the successes they've made. So it's a great platform to connect entrepreneurs. I love it. You got to be part of it.
I always read from it.
Yes.
Do check it out. And then lastly, any words that you'd want to say to someone that's watching this, any inspirational words that you want to say to someone that's watching this?
Entrepreneurship is the way to go. We've got unemployment sitting at 28%. If everyone is looking for a job, we are never going to be able to create enough jobs to cater for everyone.
Yes.
What we need to create is entrepreneurs What we need is young people to start thinking about entrepreneurship, how they're going to create businesses and become the likes of Mark Zuckerberg,
Yes.
and become the likes of Jack Ma, and become the likes of Bill Gates. Those are the people that came before our times. It is possible. We've got the same brains, the same opportunities, and of course, it's about us going after those opportunities and making sure that we create something out of them. It is possible. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying it's possible. And go and do it.
No, thank you so much. This was Mr. Lentsoane. Thank you so much, Wuti. I'll definitely keep in touch with you in terms of the magazine and everything else. I don't have a copy of my CD. You don't need motivation, but I just wanted to give it to you as a gift.
Excellent.
I'll make time when I come through to Joburg. We'll meet through and talk more family. I won't cut the video until you take off.
Okay.
Just to get.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Yeah, no. Just to get you as you live. I love this car. It's a nice car.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
Cheers.
Good man.
Thanks. I'll keep in touch. This was Mr. Lentsoane. I hope you're motivated. Do subscribe to the show. Do leave a comment in terms of what have you learned from this show. The reason that we do shows such as this to show you that it's actually possible as a person starting from nothing to making it of a success today. So you too can make it. Success is not reserved to a certain amount of people. You too can definitely make it. It's all about never giving up, committing to your dreams, staying passionate about what you yourself believe in. Do subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment below in terms of what have you learned from this show. Until now, if there's someone you'd love me to interview, leave a comment below with their name, and then leave the comment of the kind of questions that you'd love me to ask once I've got this business mogos, because I go out of my way to look out for them so that I can bring them to you, because I know how much it's not so easy to get close to these people. So just leave a question that you have for any successful entrepreneur, and I'll go out of my way to ask it to the relevant people. See you there.